We's back for an update. How are we all? We are going to pull a ruin. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium. I cover the astrology. I'm a twin flame in union. And we're going to cover the dark karmic energy at the moment, because with Venus being in its malefic state, it's not fun, right? But it's quite amusing. Ooh. Let me see. How are we all doing anyway? I'll wait for you guys to connect, and I'm going to get these runes ready. I've pulled the cards, and I'm going to have a chat to you about some of the energy that's been coming up. I'm going to place the card into these sections so I can read it per placement. Now, I pulled the masculine, the feminine, and the dark karmic energy coming up, because we do have Venus in shadow, which does mean it's very Mars Scorpio energy. Are we having fun with it? Hi, Eddie. How are we all doing? How has our dream state been? How has the vibration been? Are we clearing our houses of that negative energy? Are we doing jinn removals and, you know, energy removals, smudge sticking, tuning out of anything negative to bring that good vibration towards us? Because we're light workers. It's what we do. We have our shadow side. We all do. I'm just trying to locate this ruin, so I'm not ignoring you. And it's funny enough, it's the masculine's one, and I have read it before, and I can't locate it. How are we all doing? Here's hoping we're moving out of this this Scorpionic energy, eh? Because it's very dark at the moment. Oh, thanks, Eddie. You just got my notification. Good, good. I'm pretty sure that's it. Okay. Bear with me. Lots has been happening. Okay, that's one for the masculines. The other one I need, which a beautiful lady I had this morning. I do have another reading today, so I'm trying to be very organised with the reading. I've already pulled the crowning energy for the karmic energy. A lot of us, don't be surprised if you get shadow energy coming up. If you're doing any purging that is relating to the past, it's perfectly normal. We're in the back end of Venus retrograde. It's in shadow. We also have Mercury in shadow, which is going to be moving into Cancer. What date does that happen? I didn't write it down. The 18th, it should be starting to go retrograde until July the 12th. It's going to be at 14 degrees in Cancer. So hit me with it. What's been happening with everyone while I'm pulling this ruin? If I can find it. I did find it this morning. Second time it's come up. Was hoping to see me. Oh, you wouldn't have wanted to see me yesterday. You would have thought I had an exorcism. I was not the most impressed rooster on the planet, as you can see by my community post. I'm sure the karmics are reading it. Very unevolved energies they are. They're going to get their karmic dues. Don't stress. This is part of the cycle. Okay. Now, overall, you will find, which I found it quite profound, because I kind of figured that crap would be coming up around the Cancer eclipse. And I had to tune into the reasons why some of these things for us are happening on 3D. I would like to say, for those of you that don't know, I do have 5 clients that are going into union. So yes, unions are happening. And yes, it can happen at any time. A lot of times we tend to say, hey, it's divine timing, and it's a lot of energy work. I'll be completely honest with you. When you're thinking that they're with somebody, usually it's you're meditating upon a process, especially during Venus retrograde. If you're dealing with shadow energies and things to the degree of such, it's usually because you're having it happen on the internal of you, and they're having it happen on the external, right? So if something to that degree is coming up and you're thinking, hey, you know, how come there's no movement? Just when you're ready to move forward with someone, that's when you get communication. That is because you have embodied the energy of no longer feeling that you only wish to have a connection on the 5D, but you're embodying the energy that you've purged enough. You're in that kind of alignment energy of being ready for a connection. That it does directly come to you. But, you know, if you all of a sudden find all these people are wanting to talk to you, and wanting to have a connection with you. Your belief system may be that why are these people coming in DMs not? Usually they do, and it's right when you've decided to shuffle along with some other. So really check in with yourself, you know, as to what your feelings are, what your belief systems are. Some of them can be to the point where you're thinking that person maybe can't transform, and you can maybe see a, you know, good old instant gratification. I'm not saying that's wrong or right. We all do end up getting a vibration of a soulmate energy coming into our life at some point, but it's nothing that we can't actually move ourselves. Now, the crowning energy at the moment, that it's a bit of an ego kind of purge. Now, in a positive sense, the ruin that we have, which was the beautiful lady this morning had it, it's kind of, if you're wanting to move forward, I put these back in, I shook them up and I incensed them. It's facing this way, which is more to do, it's in the upright position, but it's more in order to move forward. This does relate to Venus, which I absolutely laughed because I said at the moment this is fire energy. It also links to earth, which when we have Venus shadow, it's in the underground. It is earth energy, but it's in the underrealm, a bit like Medusa's lair, so to speak. So the shadow work that does come up can be very trigger hungry, sometimes toxic, not so great. Now in the upright, it's saying there could be a cunning individual around. You will be in awareness of this. You know who this energy is. You know the manipulation. You're acknowledging it. This is for both feminines and masculines relating to this karmic energy. You know what their frequency is. If they have transformed, hunky-do. If they haven't, you're seeing it for what it really is. You're also being more controlled with the way you approach this, but you do feel they're deeply controlling. It is also to do with you learning to control your energy and also to create your own healthy boundaries of not enabling individuals. It is to do with successful ideas and potentially having epiphanies where you're seeing something from a different paradigm, and it is to do with scarred connection. This can be an attack coming at a vibration level, and you'll energetically feel it, and I really did. I was like, I can feel this karmic thing coming. Purification, okay, and what are we having coming up? It is water energy with the moon. We just moved through the Sagittarius lunar eclipse on the 5th. It was at 15 degrees. 3, 4, 5. Now this is about change. It breaks down to a 5. It's emotional cleansing and rejuvenation. And I said to you guys, in a sense, with all of what's going on right now, it's very important to clear your houses, do the gin removal. If you're thinking on someone, again, you will always know when your house needs clearing. You'll feel the vibration. You could be agitated. You may not be sleeping as well. Using crystals and things to that degree can assist. But again, it's about not ushering that energy in like it's permission-based, really creating that auric field that you are creating those healthy boundaries. Now, the purification is going to the underrealm. You do tend to find plants and things to that degree when Venus is in shadow, they just don't grow. Things in life just seem to not be going your way. When you're looking at it, it's like whatever's coming up in a purgatory sense, it can be coming through in a psychology way through your dream state. And it's almost like while you're sleeping, very interrupted, might I add, it's at a psychological level helping you to look at it from different ways. Now, the one unique thing that's been coming up, many of you had already had that energy where you'd been having the dream state, but it was more an alignment vibration because you were thinking of them. So if anything, it should directly give you the clarification that they are in dream state on the astro realm, dreaming and understanding the process and the connection between the two of you. I do feel that because the karmic energy is seeing that what they're doing isn't working, it is triggering them. So they're getting a bit agitated at the fact, and they're operating from a place of ego because they can see that divine masculine is actually ascending, and it's not necessarily, they're moving forward. So it's very Jupiter energy. And I did say, look, we are having Jupiter go direct on the 13th, and I really feel this eclipse has really helped them along. In a sense that in alignment in our lives, where we're getting to, we're reflecting back and we're also looking at the energy, and it's triggering, it's agitating it. So it's a bit like when we've done inner wound healing. we have done the work, and our ego is telling us, yeah, maybe I haven't done it, maybe I could be better. But you know, as Google said to me this morning, she says, no, a karmic will not have the regret. A karmic will not have the energy of remorse for your own actions. So, you know, those of you that have done energy work and you have compassion, you have understanding, it does not mean enabling. So even if you do have that, it is very much part of their ascension process that they have to learn to be accountable. So it's disconnecting from that. Also realizing we're not God, and that is energy work on their side of the fence. They need to do that. Masculines at the moment, their ego may be saying that you are controlling them, that, you know, what has come up with this person? Why are they doing what they're doing right now? They've really just been going for a deep spiritual transformation, and they're in the infinity energy. They have been dealing with a cycle that has been going on for a very long time, and it's been eat, pray, repeat, and it's no matter which way they've come to it, it has remained the same. But at an empath level, they directly have compassion connected to tribe, connected to, it can be children, whatever it relates to. In that, looking into that energy, when we look at the full moon, it's something's got to come to an end because it energetically isn't moving forward. So it can be a 3D experience coming in to actually trigger that for the individuals involved, be it you're together or you're not. And you'll find even feminines, you guys, yeah, because there's a lot of ego. So you'll always get the pain body experiences coming through. What you guys have to get is when you are telepathically connected, you're going to be connected to so many energies to the point that, yes, you are actually operating like a medium, but you need to understand how to use it. So very cautious when you are tuning into the karmics. After this, I fully intend to clear my space and clear my auric field because the permission base of them being here is 0. So moving ahead, a lot of gossip, a lot of bickering, a lot of manipulation, people talking behind masculine's back, almost feeling as though you, feminine, are manipulating the play. But really, it's their energy that is not operating at a high frequency. Now they're a bit triggered because this person is on their castle and they're the 3D interference energy. They're triggered because they're being cut out of the picture due to the fact that they did not wish to operate with this high frequency individual. So you can be the biggest light workers on the planet. If something is not fitting, you cannot physically make it fit. Now, this energy is in the 3 of Swords, and we deem this as interference. Sometimes it can be illicit affairs and cheating, but it can also be manipulation of certain scenarios. But this is really what's on their mind. They're like, okay, why is this person leveled up? Why is this working? Why is the same old cycle not working with this individual? Be it they're with the karmic or they're not. It's attachment energy. Masculines are really ascending to the point where they're looking back and they're wishing that a lot of those things maybe had a different outcome. It's not pretty. That's what I'm channeling. It's not pretty. So they're not thinking of this in compassion energy. I'm telling you, see, love. They don't love it. This can even be regret to the point they wish, I'm just going to say it, they wish they never met you. Okay? I'm sorry, but, you know, if you had been a wonderful energy, it would have been so. They literally do not wish they ever met you. They... I said if I had to be my twin, and I had to deal with half the BS he does, I wouldn't have been so high frequency. But it's really coming to that threshold with the masculines where you don't want to push them. Forewarned, karmics. Coming into the energy of gossip. These people have nothing better to do. Nothing better to do. I mean, if we have high vibration lives and we're wondering what a person's doing, where they're going, I mean, we have spent so much time tuning into that we have paid no attention to ourselves, and we can't expect another energy to, because we're partaking in lower frequency energy. It's like, you know, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get out of your way. Do something. There's no regret here. This person actually doesn't even feel, and these can be people. And I'm actually feeling people. Confirmation, please. It's people. It's not person. It's gossipers, or, you know, people having opinions. And again, it's ego. This is the crowning energy. vanity, you know, wanting things for the wrong reasons, being maybe financially attached. Yeah, wow. Being financially attached, wanting the person's money. This can be feminine or masculine. Wanting the person's money, not wanting to do the work, feeling they're owed, potentially even taking on a very immature energy, young energy, utilizing their own vibration to manipulate. This can be like utilization of chemistry for ways of manipulation. It's not hot. Yeah, it's just not hot. It runs out. Yeah, wanting to force communication. This can be even using younger energies to manipulate situations and what, you know, getting frustrated that they're not getting the answers that they're wanting. Okay, why is masculine coming through in the karmics read? This can even be feminines dealing with a masculine. Like he just overall, like he's popping up because apparently this is about him. But he can't be bothered with misfortune. He's seen enough of it in his day. And okay, this third party energy, it's gone. Okay, so those of you who are considering or wondering what is going on in the karmic connection, be it they're together or they're not, as far as they're concerned, they're really hoping. Oh, sorry. I don't mean to be like this, but it is very amusing. They're looking at the third party energy going, oh, you know, nobody's taken me. I chose to go. I chose to go. This, you know, like if somebody pinches you, I hope, but you know, I chose to go. This is not attractive. It's not. They're just diligently. Okay. This, what's coming through here? I'm seeing as though whatever has happened or is about to happen, it's made these individuals a little bit paranoid. Like, what are you doing with your money? Where are you going? What are you doing with your home? What's going on here? It's almost like, but they aren't in the know. They don't know what masculine is planning, and they're not liking this because this masculine has moved into a high frequency energy and is keeping his cards very close to his chest. Can't be bothered with BS. Doesn't really care if you're pinched or taken or if you think that you're going to lose. They're choosing what they feel is healthiest for this entire situation for themselves. There is a lot of jealousy. This again is lower frequency. So there's a bit of the green-eyed monster going on. Especially connected to children. This can be, again, as you saw in my post, using the children. You know, doing things in a very unhealthy way, and it's not working. Yeah. Home in reverse. Yeah, feeling very unsettled on the home front, feeling almost like they wish to disrupt home. Wondering where home is going to be. Looking at, they're actually needing to look at a home related dynamic, and I think there's things going on the home front for them, be it they're together or not. But this is not coming home. This person does not want to come home. Okay, what else is going on? This juggling energy in their minds, because of such frustration, is coming to a complete end. They want it over. And with this romanticizing the past, I feel it was more a closure energy. There's many ways this can go. There's many ways this could have gone. They're also looking at their options moving forward, but also really, really wanting to do things in a healthy way and pick the correct cup and pick what works best. I think they've gone over this situation again and again and again like a rotisserie, and it's like Groundhog Day, and there's no health in it. They're really having to assess the health of that vibration, the coming and going. It's just, it's not working for them. Okay, the foundation of what they're dealing with this karmic individual energy and situations. They have no energy of wanting to bring it back together, of making it work. They even knew this in the past, but they stayed potentially for other reasons. It wasn't for finances. Potentially for this individual, it was. Yeah, really just struggling to deal with it. and struggling to put up with the crap. Really seeing the falsehood of what this was based on. And I do feel this is interesting that the Two of Swords are coming up, because you do say during Venus and shadow, it's almost like the injustices, it is the karmic, and you can research it yourself. When it goes into this state, it becomes malefic, and it's very vengeful energy, but it's Mother Nature taking its course. It's like, this is where balance is coming back for this individual, where they're going to get their karmic justice. If this person has been manipulating them using black magic, I mean, whatever it be, it's like they're no longer looking at this person as a very nice person, nor somebody they want to think about. They're not thinking about you. They're like, I'm over it. This is all it took them. That one last straw to get to that space where they're seeing it for a very, very different situation. Yep, it's like, you know what? I'm not going to kill myself over this. I don't hope for this. I don't want this. I hope it drops off the planet. I'm being my own worst enemy if I feel this can change, and I keep doing this because this is all it gives me. Shit. Leaving this situation out in the cold. Almost making a statement at a vibration level, and this can even be moving into the Cancer eclipse, which I will be doing a reading in between many, because, you know, for this already to be coming up, it's not working. It's like, if you're not working and you don't have money, you need to go sort it. If you want me to work with you, I wouldn't have come back time and time again, tried to work with you, tried to make it right, and you didn't. No, this is not working. It's not healthy. I've healed myself. I will leave you out in the cold. You are not a victim. I'm not the perpetrator. We are here in the 3D, able to fend for ourselves. You did not work with me. You don't work with anyone. Now you work on your own. You can be sad. Okay. Let's look over here. Okay, so for the masculines, I'm just reading what's there in the cards. I'm telling you. Okay, masculines have, oh God, hello McFly. Which does make sense. Okay, masculines, they've been patient for this to come full 360. Hoping, waiting, maybe I'll put this piece of the puzzle together, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that. And it's not from a position of, and this is the rune they've got, it's not from a position that they want, how do you place it? And I've got the clarification card as well. I'll read the rune and I'll articulate further. This is Ash Realm. It is fire energy. And it's funny because to me this is like an X. Trying to X marks the spot. You can't make this up. Okay, gifts, opportunities, partnership, love match, sacrifice, obligations, karmic, union, divination, revelation. Now, this is whatever this attachment connection was, they know where their heart is, because you cannot make this up. They're in the Trinity energy. They're in the 3 energy, as above, as below, as without. They want crap to come together. Passion, love, spiritual communication, and communion, scarred heart. They know who they wish to be with. They've been waiting to get everything sorted so that the path is clear. Even if they took wrong corners, they've always known that this person is who they want to be with. You know, so anyone who interferes in that, it's a waste of time, because it is spiritually connected. And with this karmic, seeing, you know, this is in the upright. It's seeing these previous, you know, whether it be contracts, partnerships, what they were really for. They've done a lot of soul clearing. You know, the past to them, this is in the past tense position. This is pure boredom. They outgrew this way of being. Maybe they were at a lower frequency energy at that point. They were purging, they were healing. They weren't ready maybe for a solid relationship, and then somehow got into a connection, into a contract, into a belief system. At the heart, all they want is their happy ending. This is really Very, very disciplined energy where they've worked very hard to get where they are. Moving forward, they're ready. Their foundation, it's going to happen quick. They're over it. The heart of it, too much crap going on. I'm not. Okay, on to the feminines. You guys, I pulled the card, I did the reading and I pulled the cards yin and yang. You guys are in yin and yang. Now, at the moment, you may feel not. Balancing your feminine masculine is very important. You are in changing energies. You're picking your pieces up. You might feel very, very tired at this point. Overall, you may feel you're not quite imbalanced. It's because Venus is very malefic. You are balanced, okay? Thanks, sweet. I will in 2 secs. Now, past tense energy, again, the same as what came up through the karmic read, that the masculine was feeling relating to the karmic energy. These injustices of the past are being balanced out. We can't turn time back, but we can move forward and people get their karma. Let it be. Let them live in their karma. At the heart of it, you are the empress. Okay? Everything you touch turns to gold. That's why people return to you. Because you are at a high vibration, you do have a heart of gold, you're human, you purge, it's natural. What you're looking for is a connection. What you offer is a connection in openness and alignment. You work with people, okay? You have everything to offer. Your foundation, you believe things aren't moving. You have crap luck. It's about to change. Stop looking at yourself like that. Yes, you have been to hell and back. I totally agree. That's their karma now. So any bad luck you've endured, this is going to be karmic balance. At the past, what was not balanced is coming, okay? Some of you also could be dealing with documents. Now, this is the ruin relating to Scorpio. What did I say? Venus is malefic. It is shadow energy we're dealing with. White light yourself, allow them to receive their karma and sit back on your throne and watch it. Flexibility, endurance, protection, change, empowerment, problem solving. Something is coming to an end, okay? In the reversal towards the karmic energy, disorientation, vulnerability, death. More so from the perspective of a cycle ending, okay? It's something's coming to an end because this is not balanced. Now, some beautiful person asked for a card. I will pull you a card. If you're wanting to make a booking, you can go to the link below. I do have another lady shortly, so I will have to go shortly. Okay, this person is going through a physical change. They may be in hermit mode at the moment. They're dealing with a purging. It's almost like, I think, collectively, the reflection of what's coming up in you. It can be an old person, it can be a belief system. They could have been a really high vibration person, and you have empathy towards that situation, and it's like you're purging your old cycle. I think all of us collectively are doing that, even karmics. So at the moment, I do feel they're facing this. They're in the it's in solitude energy, but then 9 energy and hermit card is very much you can never go back. So I will do, Eddie. So you can't go back. You're moving forward. But see the angel wings on this person. It's like very much, it's like needing to move forward. There's no going back for none of us in life. There's no going back. We can't. We can only be the new version of ourselves moving forward. Some of us are scared to move forward because we're scared we're going to repeat patterns. It's facing that energy. But it's also coming to terms with it. So it's they're doing the right thing. They're sitting in that vibration. They're looking at it. They're embodying it, and they're purging it out so that they can come correct. Eddie, for you, is this for a person or for a purpose? What is this for, Eddie? Am I tuning into an individual? Oh. Well, you know, the first thing, person, I'm feeling a few things for you, actually. 6, 7, 8. Okay. This connection is very, how do I space it? There's someone on the astro realm either linked to you on your side or them on their side, and they're watching this energy, and my edges started ringing. I do feel it's a female energy. But I'm also feeling as though if you're having this innate peace coming over you and you're really wanting that to come through, this is what's coming through, right? I also feel career-wise, there's some good things coming. And I know, you know, you're wanting to get through this Cancer eclipse just like me, Eddie. I will do more readings, but there is peace coming, and I do feel there's something of good news coming to do with money. But there is peace coming. Just pay attention to your thoughts, you know, try and move back to that peaceful vibration, because it's just a purge. It's maybe something to do with inner child wounds. And I mean, it can be on their side. It doesn't even have to be your side. Okay, for the other person who donated, you're reflecting back on the past. You need to do some energy clearing, okay? Because that's about the only thing that's blocking this at the moment. It's more to do with a belief system and a vibration. So you may not feel as aurically protected at the moment. And you need to get that energy of alignment back, because look, even with the feminines, it's yin and yang. It was in reverse. You are in yin and yang, but you need to get a balance back. So it may be a belief you're holding, or just really doing some meditation and getting grounded and not thinking about any of the problems, just for a little bit to give yourself a break. Probably wait till about the 15th, 16th, and you'll start feeling a little bit better. Venus should be out of shadow by that point, and people won't be so trigger hungry. And just white light yourself, because you've got the amethyst. But I do feel it's because you sense something's changing. You know, sometimes we can almost be having a funeral for that past energy, so it does feel very death-like spiritually. It's like, oh, you know, we'll never get that hope, we'll never get that dream. It's more attachment energy, and you're purging and being gentle to yourself about a past. What would you like to know, Natasha? Did I miss anyone? I'm on the phone at the moment because I unplugged my computer. I moved things around a bit and did some chi energy work. There's something you're not looking at. I don't think this is bad, though. I think this is more to do with you now ready to move forward. I'm finding this to be a positive card. It's more to do with the fact that, you know, you're finding it's not helping at the moment. So looking at the past energy is really not serving you. And it's like, and that's good. That means you're moving into alignment, which 9 times out of 10 brings the energy of the person to come back, because you're not fixated on it. If you haven't done that yet, move into that, because if you feel you've looked at everything every which way and you're coming to a peaceful space, if you can move back down to this one moment, it will anchor it where you're more open to it coming towards you, however it look, and you can deal with it. You'll have all the tools. Who is the next one? Francis's energy towards you. Well, number one, they want to move. Okay, I'll say that. There's a movement energy around Francis. I also do feel a little bit of fixation and anxious energy. What you think they're thinking is not what they're thinking, okay? So this is in reverse. Your perception and their perception is very different. So you may be thinking this person's not thinking about me anymore. I feel, if anything, it's more they're actually quite anxious and they're micromanaging themselves, but there's a lot changing and shaking up in their life at the moment. They're in the Trinity energy as well, because it breaks to a 3. Beyond the veil of illusion, it's like somehow you might be going back to that belief system that you aren't looking at this correctly, and maybe they don't look at you that way. Their energy is becoming new. I do feel they're going into that inner child energy. Did somebody else ask a question? I'm bouncing channeling. I won't turn that yet. It'll move. It will move. What you'll find is, glistening star, is that he's prepared. Usually this happens, I'll be honest with you, because it happened to me in separation. They're preparing you energetically. Try not to decipher it. Allow it to come through in your dream state, but it's also maybe your intuition feels something's been hidden from you. And it is generally that when they come back, you're more going to be emotionally prepared to do the energy work together. So it's not a bad thing. But it's also, you do tend to kind of mirror each other through the entire journey. Yeah, it's trying to show you to trust your intuition, but also to be open, and it is signaling that maybe you're going to get some communication. But there is movement happening with this. Again, it's blue energy, and it is to do with travel and movement. So if they're at a distance to you, this can be giving you a signal that something's changing and about to shift. But I don't feel you'll have much warning with that. Any other questions before I love you and leave you? Well, like I said, I've had 5 people that are clients actually moving into union. I will get there's 2 of them I have asked to come on. I haven't had time to touch base with them again, so I'm keeping their names private unless they're wanting to, but they have agreed to come on. They're saturated at the moment because it's showing you that the masculine's awoken. So energetically, it's more they're tuning into you guys. So it feels very overwhelming. And especially if you're tuning out and you're thinking about your life, they're psychically tuning into you. So if anything, it's a positive thing. It's a bit interrupting, to be quite honest, because you're trying to stay bloody sane. And that's why I said, you know, you sort of do come to the space where you think, gosh, how could I be with someone when I'm always getting these interrupted psychic messages coming through all the time? 100%. Will he come back around for our child at least? When you're doing inner child work, no. Only because you have an egoic experience that relates to your children, and this is coming up massively in the collective at the moment. You know, especially with Ascension Tarot, she mentioned it, that's okay. And the thing is, it's usually, if there's family around you, because remember the Sagittarius eclipse is connected to family and siblings, if they are purging something and you've already purged it and you've come to terms with it, somehow you accidentally may trigger them. So the more in the understanding that our children are not our childhood and we can't make the world perfect, that we choose soul paths to live in this lifetime. We're not God. We can't fix everything, but we can be compassionate and understanding. Sometimes being compassionate and understanding doesn't change these things. And, you know, so it's about looking at it from your perspective. Is there some inner child healing that needs doing connected to your childhood? Once you make peace with that, everything will flow. But you can't make better for the other parent. You can, you know, and we can't cut cake our children either, because that is their kin and they need to see these people for who they are. And we love our parents regardless for the higher and the lower frequency. They are who they are. We can't change people. They have to want to change themselves. It's not a competition. So don't overcompensate for the other parent's lack. And also make peace with your childhood and just be, there's nothing wrong with being that you are not enough. So it can also be you feel you're not enough and that you feel that you needed to give more and they were entitled to more. Number one, you were entitled to more. And it doesn't make you a good or a bad person. You're entitled to more. We all are. None of us are going to come out of our children and think, hey, that was perfect. None of us. And that doesn't mean our parents were automatically bad people. We're not perfect. We get no textbook how to do these things. But by working on that energy work, you can shift it. You can automatically shift it, allow them to come in. You would rather them not be there if they're being lower frequency. Once they have come to terms with it, it's almost like a protective mechanism towards you, that you're not dealing with anything while they're in that space and you're holding your own energy and just trying to have a high vibration life. But yes, they will. But don't own that. That's not your job. You don't have to do more. You're enough for your child. You deserve more, and so embody that energy and just make peace with your childhood and looking at, yes, they're entitled to it, but we can't make the world perfect. But as that energy kind of simmers down after shadow energy, it should come back to you naturally. I do feel the energy that it'll come back. But it's also, sometimes we pick these soul paths so that it creates, you know, very, very strong individuals that are very open-minded and flexible and loving. Yeah, you are going to have a happy outcome, okay? And I'm especially hearing towards a birthday. I'll talk to you guys later. Love and light.